For question 5 refers to the following diagram for oil refining. That is the fractional distillation in the industry setup. 4 of the fractions obtained are shown. Petroleum is an important fossil fuel. How was petroleum formed in nature? So how can we talk about this? If it is talking about how was it formed? So we should answer like this way. The petroleum is formed from the ancient animals or from dead animals and plants body. So they are from the dead animals or plants from bodies in the sea. But because it is for the petroleum, then it must be in the sea. And then which should be very, very long time ago that lived it hundreds of million years ago. As a result of high pressure and temperature with the bacteria action. Now, why we need to mention about the high pressure and temperature? Because we are talking about how, and we need to talk about what is it from as well. So, what is it from? The petroleum is made up from the dead bodies in the sea that lived it for many years ago. While how it is formed, so how it is formed as a result of the high pressure and temperature with the bacteria action. So this can answer the question 5A. Well, next one is talking about using different fractions. So name the above process to separate the fractions P to S from petroleum. Is this process a physical change or chemical change? Like this process, we label it as fractional distillation. We distill out different fraction distillation. Like, we just try to separate the the fractions in the distillation. As a result, we just separate. We do not make new stuff. So it is a kind of physical change. Arrange the fractions PQRS in terms of the following properties. Now, we have to refer back PQRS. P is the highest one in the fractionating tower. It can find out PQRS. It should be arranged like this way. The fractions in the fractionating tower, it is the highest one is the P. So for the color, remember the lower one, it is having the darkest color. R will be the second, Q, and then P. You can't imagine the refinery gas. It is just a gas containing any color. While for the size of molecules, if it is this for the size of molecule, the upper one will be having the smallest size. As a result, again, the sequence will be just like this one, the previous one. While the upper one, as the size of molecules will be the smallest, then the boiling point will be the smallest as well. So, SRQP. Flammability. For the flammability, which one is the most flammable? The gas should be the most flammable. This should be P, Q, R, and then S. While viscosity, that means whether it is sticky or not. So the one which is the most sticky should be S, again, R, Q, P. For me, how I think about that, I will think about the example that we have. The tallest one that's obtained in the fractionating tower is the refinery gas, while the S1, the lowest one, which will be the bitumen. Now for the bitumen, it is used to make the cover of the road. As a result, it should have a high boiling point instead of gas. That is, I will remember the most extreme case in the upper one and the lowest one, and then I can arrange such order. Gas should have no color, while bitumen, it is made as road. When we take a look for the road, it should be some black color, while the size of molecule gas must not be the big one, while the bitumen, it must be the big one so that it can be used to cover the road. While flammability, you can't imagine the road can get fire because of those bitumen. That's the refinery gas. That is the gas, it is very flammable. So the flammability will be the highest, will be the upper one. Viscosity. The gas should not be sticky, should not be very, very thick, and it is viscous. So you can't imagine the gas is viscous. So it must be the least viscous one. So I will remember one of the example and try to apply like this way. Fuel oil can be obtained from the residue. Stage 1 used. Suggest one use for this. Now for the use, fuel oil can be made as fuel for ships. Now don't forget about it is a kind of fuel for ships or power plants. But not just saying that ships or power plants. So this is the ship, the fuel for ships and power plants, while bitumen, it is the material for covering road. It is a kind of materials to cover the road. So we have to say fuel or material in this time. This is question 5.